It's 6:30. Good morning, I'm Ian Crouch with Hunter News. Newcastle police are appealing for witnesses to an armed street robbery at Mayfield last night. An 18-year-old man was walking through Dangar Park at about 10 to 8 when he was approached by an older man who produced a knife and threatened him. The victim handed over a small amount of cash before the robber ran off. Anyone who can assist police with their inquiry should call Crime Stoppers on 1800 333 000. Police believe slippery conditions in the Wattican Mountains may have played a part in the death of Tinambit teenager Jay Fowler. His body was discovered at the bottom of a cliff near McLean's Lookout yesterday. The 19-year-old had been missing since Monday after failing to return to his campsite after going for a walk. Inspector Greg Lindsell has told NBN it appears he slipped and fell after getting too close to the edge.
It's a rolling clip face where he's fallen, we believe, and at the bottom it's about 10 foot deep with lantana, so it's really hard to get access to it.
An indoor sports centre at Cessnock had to be evacuated last night following a gas main rupture. It occurred under an outside car park at about 6:30 in Mount View Road, with gas leaking through the surface. About 50 people were forced to leave. Catherine Hill Bay residents are calling for clarity over the details of a planned housing development at the former Moonee Colliery site. Around 550 properties are set to be built on a 72-hectare section of land. However, there still appears to be no consensus on a start date for construction. President of the Catherine Hill Bay Progress Association, Sue White, says they'll be pushing for answers at a community liaison committee next week.
It's next Monday. Yes, it'll be on the 15th. The community needs to know what's going on. The approval from state government said there had to be ongoing meetings with the community, with the company that is doing all the work, National Parks. There had to be representations from the City Council as well. They then tell us, but then what they tell us doesn't eventuate.
Hunter residents are being asked to complete a survey which will help them determine the country of origin of foods on the market. It comes as part of the federal government's consultations with growers and retailers to implement a clearer labelling system. Federal member for Paterson, Bob Baldwin, says the survey will help give consumers better choice when purchasing foods.
People need to be able to make a conscious decision on where the product comes from and the value of that product. I think that the better identification of Australian produce in the market chain is critically important.
And a new seaplane service is set to take off, connecting Sydney Harbour to the Hunter Valley and Newcastle. Hotel mogul Jerry Schwartz is setting up Blue Sky Airlines with twice-daily services to begin in October. He says it's about giving passengers a scenic ride and avoiding a long car trip. Meanwhile, Fly Pelican starts flights today between Williamtown and Sydney.
Sport for our sponsor, NewcastleCheapestCars.com.au.
Knights captain Kurt Gidley has been found not guilty of a dangerous contact charge by the NRL judiciary. The match review committee handed him the charge for his leg twist on Raiders 5/8 Austin Blake last weekend. With his name cleared, Gidley can lead the Knights into their game against Cronulla on the 21st of June at Hunter Stadium. Football Federation Australia met with business and community leaders in order to begin rebuilding the Newcastle Jets. The FFA says it's prepared to take its time in order to find a suitable owner and ownership model, and that there are currently 5 or 6 viable buyers. The forum was the first of 3 to be held. And the Newcastle and Hunter Rugby Union may hold a National Rugby Championship game this year. It's currently in talks with the Country Eagles about the proposed game, which would be on a Thursday night. If it goes ahead, it will be telecast on Fox Sports. That's sport. I'm Sally Spicer.
To NURFM News Time, 26 to 7.